trial and error. And we don't want our young girls to continue this cycle of getting themselves in positions that may damage their reproductive systems. The first video I got, I'm going to discuss properly how to clean your vagina.
Also known as Dr. Rejuvenation. Today we're going to be answering the question, how do I keep my vagina nice and fresh and clean? This is a pretty simple, straightforward answer. When you shower, like say shower with some mild soap, let the soap run down your body. You can kind of pat the area down below. I don't recommend even scrubbing because sometimes it can cause irritation. I don't recommend using any kind of scented bubble baths or fragrances or scented oils because that can irritate the skin down below. If you're gonna wear tampons, don't wear tampons for a prolonged period of time because you can also cause some bacteria growth, which sometimes, believe it or not, can also be deadly. So don't wear tampons for longer than prescribed. Secondly, if you are going to wear underwear, I recommend wearing 100% cotton underwear, or at least if it's good, or at least if you're not, then have it lined on the inside with 100% cotton underwear. Why? Because other materials like Lycra, for example, can actually trap moisture and trap heat, which is a breeding ground for bacteria and can lead to yeast infections or other bacterial vaginal infections. If you work out and your underwear gets really damp, I say change into some dry underwear afterwards, again, to avoid trapping moisture and heat. So I hope that helps.
I agree. I hope that helps a little. Cotton panties are best. And I would also add, nighttime sleeping without underwear. It's great. Gives your vagina some air. It's a lot of points that my mom did give me. And there was a lot of things that I didn't get. She was always very open. So I was always able to come ask the questions. I guess I just didn't. And being a little latchkey kid, being outside, getting all information from friends, and it was a lot of misinformation there. So the misusing of tampons, I absolutely did as a young girl. And I may be suffering, now because of that. And other mishandlings of myself. So I'm not here just to, point the finger at anybody, because we all have gone through not having the information. So this is why I feel so passionate about giving this information. Again, I am raising 3 females, so the information has been quite on a daily basis. I'm very open and blunt. They can come and ask me anything. So now we have the youngest one, and we're coming into really giving her the information. I put this together as well, for her. And she's 8. Because young African-American girls can begin their menstrual cycles as early as 8. So we need to be aware, and they need to be aware, because imagine the fear and the scaredness that they feel once it happens. I remember when I was 13, and I was still afraid and shocked and like what to do, so to not have someone to get that information from before it happens, I think it affects us, and we don't even realize psychologically that it affects us. I absolutely didn't like myself because of it. I didn't like it. So we have to say that causes some type of psychological effect. Growing up as a young girl, your body is changing. You're not aware of it. It's scary. It's confusing, and embarrassing, to say the least. So you're not going to share as much. And for young girls to have their period as long as 9 days, 10 days. So it's things like that we need to pay attention to early, because something's going on. Our bodies are not meant to menstruate that long. There was a time 3-4 days should be the longest. So any of us who are menstruating really long, there's some cause for concern. That is a cause for concern. If you change your diet, exercise, reduce stress, all of those things has a lot to do with it as well. So when we carry all these things and we're not nourishing our body and giving it plenty of water, it affects your reproductive system.